My fellow planeswalkers, we have gathered here today to begin our fourth and possibly most dangerous journey across the multiverse.
The plane we will be traveling to today is Innistrad, and you will have to trek this dangerous and unforgiving plane alone.
The monsters on the plane of Innistrad are especially tough. Skeletons armed with poison arrows, fast spiders, fast reapers, zombies, and endermen that spawn allies on death. However, we've added a safety net which gives you extra potential heart if another player dies.
Now to go through and name off all the planeswalkers this season. We have Big Z60, who is returning, Digital, who's new, DJ8 Ninja returning, Iceman 8030 returning, Let the J Play returning, Light, who's new, McBomba returning, Minkroof new, Pink returning, Prof returning, Reggie Float returning, Sluggy returning, Starflash returning, 22 Scoops returning, myself returning, Vicious returning, Kalena, who's new, and Octagonal Paul, who is returning.
We shall now commence Walking the Planes Season 4. Let's go.
All my life, I'm in a stinking bar. I got dance, I'm at the base. All my life, sad and bad to me love, and I'm just a heartbreaker. All my life, get it taken, cause I'm out when I'm staking. And the rain, sad and bad to me love, and I'm just a heartbreaker. All my life.
Can't believe we're starting. Wow, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the 4th season of Walking the Planes. You already know who I am because I'm already broadcasting to only like 15 people, so like that's going to end up mattering. However, though, this is going to be the first season where I'm AFK right in the beginning of the season, so without further ado, I'm going to dig myself a little hole, and I'll be back in like 20 minutes. That's the end of the episode. See ya.
Microphone muted. Disconnected.
Oh. Man, that was some good dinner. How long has it been? Like 10 minutes? Well, I was right to assume that. Hey, Big Z. Hey. So, guess I wasn't gone for the whole episode. I was really guaranteed I would be so. But I wouldn't be surprised if I was called back down for anything else. So, the 4th season. This is not too much of an inspirational season. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. Guess he was worried there, but alright. So, this season, if you have not watched the intro, which sometimes I don't expect anyone to, because shitty round, but you know. It's Nightmare Mode and Stock Up. If you don't know what Stock Up is, every time a person dies, a heart is given out by the death of another player. So, as people die, they gain more maximum health. So I can only imagine how long the meetup fights are actually going to end up being. And, I can only imagine how people are going to approach it. Like, we're probably going to have to melee each other. We're probably going to have to get stacked on gear. We're probably going to have to get a lot of healing. Sooner or later, it's going to end up being the 4 people, let alone the 16, 18 that are in this game. Which, even though it's not a whole lot, you know, it's just a regular round. But, I don't know what to expect. I haven't played Minecraft for a while, so I don't really care how well I really do in this game, but as much as I look back on my experience with Minecraft and the community, I've really seen everything just kind of, not only just go downhill, but I've also just kind of realized, wow, voice crack, I've also kind of realized, as in a community, how immature we all just act, and really, we don't really care, we just like to antagonize each other. Now, admittedly, a lot of us say, no, you're wrong, we'd like to work together, but as I see everyone's attitude, towards each other, especially over social media, seeing is that you really can't tell someone apart from who's telling the truth, who's being serious, and who's joking around, and who's lying, or whatever not. And I don't see how any of us can work together if all of us can't really put on a serious act every once in a while. So, I kind of see this entire community as all but a joke, literally. Not to say it figuratively, because I could tell that there's a lot of time spent in this group, but how are we to progress if we kind of just not only treat everything as a group, but treat everything as though it's just a mound of shit? Like, we've digressed from being diverse and having a lot of interesting environmental game modes to being just straight up competitive with all the game modes that we're hosting, like Fast Getaway, Cut Clean, Timber, Web Cage. I don't know what to say to all of it. But I can tell you that this is not a game I've been playing as much, at least not anymore. I've been moving on to other games like PUBG, Warframe, whatever not. And I don't really know how to put myself out anymore. I don't know how to really engage with other people anymore, especially with how people act and approach others nowadays. I don't know where to go with this. Then again, I can see how other people have quit. It's gotten stale. Maybe not so much as stale, but more that they don't see themselves fitting into a community like this anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know what my viewpoint is on this. I certainly don't see myself fitting in here. I probably should have said that like 2 years ago. But I, at the time, just kind of just said, no, I kind of enjoy myself. But see now that that's not necessarily the case, especially with the crowd that I'm hanging out with. And I don't mean that in an offensive way, but I do mean it as that a lot of people just, you know, everyone's immature in my mind. How people will approach other people, how we can't really, you know, get along in general. How we all split up into groups, and how some of us are real selfish with how we approach others. Especially with welcoming them into a friend group. Guess I don't know where I stand with that. Now I do need to get myself full iron, especially with how late it is into the game, but I'm not really having so much as good luck. We have a couple new people in here, however, which I find to be pretty interesting. We probably would have had one other person if he didn't happen to say that he had changed his mind about the outlook of this game, but I can see where he's coming from. Oh well. Where am I to stand in this? I'm not even that much a member of the community anymore. Matter of fact, a lot of people really do not like me, despise from my point of view on things. As well as just me in general. My playstyle, how I interact with other people. The mistakes I've made from like a year ago. And so on. You know. But as judgeful as this community can be, it's just the major reason why we've kind of digressed. Why we don't have community games anymore, and why we can't really just all flush together. We have to remain in certain groups. But I guess it's just kind of how the internet is in general. I wouldn't just say that's how people are, because you really don't see people getting up in gangs and shooting up other people. It's a weird way to describe it, but then again, there's barely any other way I could see it. Mostly because I'm autistic, but you know. I guess not. It is taking me a while to get a cave, though, and I'm not too sure if I'm interested in surfacing, especially with the fact that I am not in iron armor whatsoever. Do skellies shoot poison? Oh yeah, nightmare mode. So, nightmare mode wasn't really hosted that much anymore, especially with how difficult the game mode actually is. So, zombies have a normal speed, except when you kill them they spawn skeletons, which skeletons shoot poison arrows. Now, in 1.8, that's kind of a good thing. Because at least we're not dealing with really smart skeletons that are able to whip our ass and then kill us on the spot in the cave. But, there are other mobs like the spiders and the creeper who are very known for their agility in the game, their mobility, which is going to be a huge pain in the ass when we counter them because creepers run twice as fast as spiders do, and spiders just unleash just a wave of cobwebs when they die, so I don't know where to go with that. Not gonna like this though. Definitely not. But then again, that's kind of where the challenge is, and this is kind of what I asked for. So, you know, I asked for a challenging environment, and I was given it. And I cannot wait to see how this changes the game. I'm gonna have to play a lot more cautiously than I normally do, and not pull the shut up brick where I just run around charging mobs in caves. It's kind of where I've learned to do that, and that's how I suck at PvE. It's partially because of that and my luck with caves. But, other than that, I haven't really been up too much. Not really. And I'm also surprised that mobs aren't spawning that much, but I guess that's most of them are on the surface, though. That does it for this episode. PvP is on, and I have to watch myself a bit. I will see you all in the next episode.